Few minutes. She'll be back shortly. Hope you are all well. Hi to everybody over there in the old chat function. John, Tony, Wicked D I have seen. Anybody else that is there, hello and good evening. Hope you're all well. Let's splash some paint around. So as yesterday, we are going to carry on with the Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl paints. Trying a couple of these out. So I'm going to give this Jade another go over from what I did yesterday. Now it's dried, I can see that it does need a little touch up. So I'm going to start with that. So I am impressed by these paints, but they're definitely a two thin coats type situation. And Mrs. MLG is this evening going to give you her perspective on them as well, as she paints some onto the figures that she has got there.
Yeah.
Here she is.
Choice, apparently.
No, I want your opinion, my darling. It is crucial in the decision-making process.
If you say so.
Indeed, I do. So, what you all been up to today? Have you had a super awesome fun day? Have you been stuck at work? What have you been up to?
Hold that close to the bottom of this
Can I hold it there?
Yeah. Nathan, did Reese tell you I was asking about black brush on primer? Reese don't tell us now.
No, he didn't. No. Reaper black brush on primer. I believe we have some. And if you couldn't find it, I will have a look and dig you some out tomorrow when I get a chance. Because I'm sure we've got some. It should be in the paint rack downstairs.
Hello, Colin.
Hi!
Ooh. We're trying these Pro Acryl paints. Never used them before.
Yeah, Mrs. MLG's first time. It's only my second time. It's not like I'm a Pro Acryl pro.
Today I've been mostly eaten alive by small velociraptor. I mean, puppy. Says Tony. They're very smooth. As you can see, I'm not thinning these. I haven't attempted with thins for first ever go. But it didn't look like it needed particularly thinning a lot. So that is straight off the top of the bottle because it does that weird thing there, look, which is annoying. What's Pro Acryl? Well, apparently it's this paint.
Yeah. It's a range of paint from an American company, Monument Hobbies, that we've heard lots of good things about, and we thought that we would try them out for ourselves. So we've got a few. We've got some paint sets, some of their base paint set we ordered in for
the website
for the shop, added to the website yesterday, and we thought that we would get them in and then try them out before we commit to potentially ordering the full array.
So this guy has had my normal well, actually, what hasn't had my normal. Normally I use Reaper. But this guy's had all sorts of stuff on him. He's had some model colour, flat earth. He's had some Citadel, Evil, Suns, and he has had some Reaper Pale Saffron, because they happen to be on my palette, so I mixed them together to get his weird skin colour, because he's been out in the sun. He looks like a bit of a pirate guy. And now he's having Pro Acryl trousers. It is very smooth, and it is going on very nicely. No looks of a chalky residue or anything. And again, this is just straight off the top of the bottle, as you can see there. So it hasn't been thinned, but it is already nice and thin. Obviously you could thin it and make it even more thinner.
Yeah, they're very nice to use. I think I said yesterday, I can see what the fuss is about.
The website needs a way to filter search results by department. We have a brands section, and we have departments across the top. The website is getting a bit of a revamp, but it does take a while. But what are you looking for?
Yep.
What are you looking for? No, it's just normal paint. Yeah, normal paint, Colin. And it dries nice and matte as well. Obviously this bit's not quite dry yet, but you can see that it is drying. It is drying matte.
Yeah, it's got a lovely finish.
Obviously I'm a new painter. That's me, I'm the newbie. I use Acryl Colour brushes because I like them. Haven't progressed to any fancy brushes. Mr. MLG used Rosemary & Co. What have you got there? Green Stuff World?
This is a Green Stuff World synthetic green series, this one, actually. And I've got...
No, definitely newbie. Newbie. The boy over there has been painting since the year dot. Because he's that old.
Yeah. And Mrs. MLG's been painting it a year or two and is significantly better than me. She's got far more patience.
When you get these, you have to take off the protective seals. I've done that already. I had to do that before stream, and they're really messy and go all over the place. So that is a negative, I must say.
A little bit of pain when you first get them, I guess. Take the seals off. And
this splodging out the top's a pain as well, because I only really needed that much for his trousers, and now I've got some in my paint palette I didn't even touch.
Yeah.
New, I wouldn't call a pair of trousers I'd had for 3+ years new, but I'm not a pair of trousers. I'm a me. Right, I'm going to go for tiny dot on palette. There, look, tiny dot. Because that's all. Oh, it didn't do it as much now. It's going to just be annoying and not have enough paint now, aren't it?
Do you think you could... This isn't a criticism, this is a question. Do you think that it would work, because I'm in the middle of painting this bit, that you could just open and close the paint bottle and then just get the bit on top without having to squeeze any out? Do you think that would be a viable tactic?
Right, so I've never used this one. So, no. Because you've got to have paint in here, haven't you, first, for it to be pushing it up.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right, so this... Oh, ow. Just stabbed myself. So this one I have used. So if you do that and do that... No, because you've got to tip paint into there for it to push it up. How did you make it do that? Do what? Confused now. What have I made it do?
I don't know.
Or who?
Squeeze the bit of paint out of the end.
You've just demonstrated it. No idea. Don't know.
I think she means squeezing the bit of paint out the end.
I just tip the bottle up. I suppose if you did that.
How do you think purple would look against jade green? Can I try a bit of the purple, please?
Oh yeah, waits for me to take all the safety caps off.
Yeah.
Go.
Thank you.
Stab myself with my light and now my light's off. I haven't even got my bingo going. Obviously this is over a Reaper Black primer. I thought they were screw-on lids. Yeah, you just unscrew them. So if you want to put another mixing bowl or anything, or if you have a blockage, but I think they're less likely to block, then you can just unscrew it. But for general use, you twist this bit here, and then twist it closed. But it's because I put some on my palette. There, it's there, look. And then I closed it. Did you think I was a magician? There are alternative tops available if you don't like the tops, but after a bit of getting used to, I don't mind the tops compared to the Citadel paint pots and the dropper bottles. I can imagine that they don't block as easy, Tony. And if you only put like half the amount you want on your palette, then the rest is plopping up there anyway, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
What? Like when you think your nozzle clicked closed and it hasn't? Yeah. That's when you need one of those things that they sell to stick your pot in so it doesn't tip over.
Yeah, they haven't got them anymore. They've discontinued them.
Is it because they realised that their sales had gone down because people wasn't tipping the paint over?
I think so.
Because it's the only reason they're keeping those bottles, surely.
Yeah.
Great big gaping hole bottle.
There was a when I used to watch the Painting Phase podcast thing before Peachy left. They had a chap on. Well, I only used to watch the ones that had interesting guests. And one time there was a guy who used to be product designer at GW, and he was talking about the paint pots and said, well, they're not going to change the thing because they know that people spill paint and the paint dries out quicker, and that's going to harm your resale
that's what I just said.
things. I know. But yes, that is actually a real consideration.
Yes, that's what I just said.
I think I do. Purple looks alright against jade, I think.
So that's golden brown. I don't really know why it's brown, it's just yellow.
Golden
but there
brown.
we go.
Has it got a texture like sun?
I use Vallejo, but just because that's what I happen to splurge on during lockdown. Yes, it's bizarre, isn't it? I would just stick to it because I've already got it in the cupboard.
Yeah, we've got a
You
lot
must be
of
keeping
things.
an eye on bingo because I haven't even got it up. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll forget to join in bingo and hopefully we'll manage to keep up with it.
We've got a good selection of paints in our cupboard, haven't we? We've got GW paints. We've got
A good selection. We've got more paint than anybody knows what to do with.
we've got Reaper paints. We've got Green Stuff World paints.
Now we've got Pro Acryl paint.
We've got Army Painter paints. We've got Pro Acryl now. With we've got Instar. We've got some Instar paints
Yeah, you like them. You Dark Star.
and Dark Star paints.
Dark Star, you like. Hey, Pete.
Is that Pete the Hydrator? Pete,
It is.
where have you been?
Pete, where have you been all
I've
our
not seen you
lives?
for ages. This, as I think I said yesterday, this mini would be a lot easier to paint if I hadn't have glued it together.
They've got a ball in as well.
They do.
Right, let's see if I can perfect this. So the blue one, I put too much in.
Been playing Fallout.
The brown one, I put slightly too much in, but not as much wastage. So let's have an attempt with the green. Who Bloop. I think that's as small a blob as I can get.
I can't get into the Fallout games.
No, did you delete it in the end?
Yeah, I think I have. I think I might have got rid of it to make space for Blood Bowl. And apparently, I was talking to Al earlier. He came in the shop. Apparently, you can edit the settings to give you longer to play your turn, because that was really frustrating me.
Well, I said you had to find the instructions.
I know. I downloaded Blood Bowl on Xbox, and then played a game. Dived straight into playing a game because how hard can it be?
Because he likes instructions, don't you, Tony?
Yeah. And it's hard without instructions. Didn't lose that badly, considering I didn't know what I was doing.
I mean, I suppose it's helpful that you know how to play Blood Bowl.
Yes. Yeah.
But the instructions that were lacking was computer movement instructions.
Yeah, I need to know controls. That's going to be awkward getting in there, isn't it? There we go. Super. Instructions are your friend. The only problem is that there wasn't an obvious click here for the tutorial, which is what I needed to give me like this button does this go to this little toggle on the screen, don't press these joystick and this joystick together because it makes the camera go round and round in circles and it make you feel sick, that kind of thing. Yeah, I was had a go at Fallout 4, I think it was. Somebody described that as being the most like Skyrim for sort of adventure and control purposes, but yeah, I'm not keen. I'm not keen. Just can't beat a fantasy setting, I think.
Never had tutorials in my day. No, but you had a manual in the cartridge of the game to give you at least a hint as to what the buttons did. I'm no good at computer games. I just walk into the wall. It's like, oh, there's a perfectly massive door there. Get through it. Nope, that's a wall. That's a wall. That's a wall. And boop 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 boop.
I don't play a lot of computer games at all, really. There aren't enough hours in the day.
Now you're all over the place.
Am I? Oh, sorry.
You have to shout at him if he wanders off.
Get a load of Mrs. Big Licks with her non-pirated games with manuals, says Colin.
I had a chipped PS1.
Yeah. They were the good games, weren't they? When you didn't have a clue what you were doing because it had just come from on a dodgy blank disc from your mate.
I've had some of those.
And it with permanent marker on the front of it telling you what it was.
Well, I was being good girl. So because we've only got the paint set starter thing that we sell. Woo! I don't really like lemons. Oh no. There's not as many shades and stuff of the colours, so I'm going to have to see what I can mix in to make this a bit darker. Is there a black?
Yeah.
Black might be a bit.
Coal black.
Black might be a bit over the top there. If it's coal black, is it like a bluey black or is it?
It's a proper matte black.
Oh, why is it called coal black?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I've got more paint on my desk than I know what to do with now.
Lemmings. I used to quite enjoy Lemmings.
I can't can't really remember lemmings.
Lemmings and worms, they were good.
I think I just used to get confused. What are your favourite stages of painting, Mr. and Mrs. MLG? I don't like it because it's not my hobby. What's your answer? And no one can see what you're doing.
Where do I need to be? I really like the shading stage when like your sort of early work starts popping out. Some people don't really use like shades, do they? They prefer to just highlight straight off the bat, but I really like getting a shade in to do a bit of the heavy lifting. What colour do her gloves? So, oh no, she's got like a little jewel thing. So I think we do her arms and her hands and her waist bit and these bits on her legs. We leave those in matte black. But then is that too much black? If I do her hair black, leave her hair black with maybe like a white streak in it. I think that might...
The water pot's over there, so I have to keep reaching across the camera. I do apologise. Panda's sad. Why are you sad, Panda? Stop crying, mate. What are you doing?
Right, I'm going to think about that for a minute. I'm going to move on and paint a little bit of something on this skelly. I think it's got some raggedy old cloth on him.
Which brands of shades are your favourite? I don't use washers, so what?
Yeah, I've got a couple that I use a lot of. So here is the one that I use the most, which is a mixture of Nuln Oil, Agrax, and Lamy and Medium from GW. So about 50-50 Nuln Oil, Agrax, and then equal that out with Lamy and Medium, so it's a bit thinner. That's a great all-over shade for something. I've heard it referred to as multiple things. Marine juice is one that somebody told me the other day, but basically that can kind of consistency. I also have a little pot here of Reichland Flesh Shade. Reichland Flesh Shade is great for shading any skin, in my opinion. You can thin it if you want it a little bit lighter tone, and also is a great shade for gold. If you want like a really nice rosy gold, use Reichland Flesh Shade on your gold. And then the other thing that I really like is absolutely my top tip. If I can find it on my paint rack, whatever I've done with it. Here we go. Is Reaper Steel Wash. So if I'm painting something that's like a proper bright metal, what I like to use is wherever you are. There we go. I'll use Vallejo Model Air Steel, brush paint Vallejo Model Air Steel on as sword blades and things like that, and then wash it with Reaper Steel Wash, and that gives it a nice kind of blued effect, and then highlight over again with the steel, and that looks just nice. Just nice. Right then, this guy. So I don't want to paint him jade because he's just been dug up. So I think we're going to go with a bit of green. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some green and some brown to make a bit more of a dirty colour, I think. Let's have a look. Has this one still got the cap on? Yes, it has. Sealed for your protection. Have you ever done the army painter dipping thing? I have tried it. Oh, that one came off easy. That one came off easy. I have tried the army painter dipping thing. It is crackers and takes ages to dry. And also makes it really, really, really dark in all cases where I've tried it. Sticky, dark. It's like a varnish shade all in one. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the dip technique. This one's coming off a bit easier as well. Maybe not as easy. If only they'd all come off as easy as the green. Now it looks like I'm putting... do the minis look like... Yes. Yes, they do, yes. Yeah, I've not had a good experience with the dip. And I have got some of the Vallejo black wash that's in a big pot that's supposed to be used as a dip, but I've not been brave enough to dunk a whole mini in it. I've used it for terrain and stuff like that, just dipping a brush in it to use, and I find that works quite well. So we've got some green, which is quite bright.
I've got a dark green.
And I've added a bit of brown to it to make it a lot darker. And there. You've got a darker green.
Okay. It's like that one, the camo green.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you want to try that one?
Yeah, let's... oh, that's very similar to what I've just mixed up. In my day, it was the Citadel Miniatures Expert paint set with inks. Yes, well, I used to use Citadel black ink a lot. Yeah, that's basically what I've just mixed. No, it's fine, absolutely fine. Used to use Citadel black ink, and I really like the blue ink that they used to make. In fact, once upon a time, I went to Games Day. In fact, it might have been when me and Mrs. MLG first got together. Went to Games Day, and they were selling off the old Hex Pot paints. And I did have a lot of paint at the time, but I bought a whole box for £1 a pot of Citadel black ink. So I've still got half a dozen bottles of this in my paint drawer for special occasions. And I've got a very small amount of blue ink, which I really like. It's that gives a really nice glossy finish. The blue ink. It's great stuff. Yeah, I started my first proper set of paints was the Citadel, because my first ever thing that I bought from Games Workshop was the plastic box with 30 plastic beaky Space Marines in it. And my first ever paint set was the Citadel Space Marine paint set that had the like Iwo Jima style cover, where the Marines are lifting the banner. Yeah, that was the start of my journey. And it's all downhill from there. It's all downhill from there. It had just been Airfix and model tanks before I found a White Dwarf, and then I had to find a GW store.
These paints mix together really nice as well.
Yeah, they are really nice, aren't they? I'm very, very impressed. Oh yeah, nothing was like right. Absolutely love the chestnut ink, says Tony. Mixed with the red ink, it made a beautiful red stain to apply over metallics for a lacquered armour look. Yeah, some of the things were really good. I've not tried, but have been told excellent things about some of the new shades that they added in more recently. Is it Soul Blight Grey or something like that is apparently excellent. I keep meaning to try that out. Apparently that is, to quote one of my friends, legit. I think it's Soul Blight Grey or Gravelord Grey or something like that. It's what he uses for shading white, and it does look really good actually. So this skeleton is a black scorpion skeleton, one that I've had for a little while. Now, unfortunately, black scorpion don't sell to stores. Otherwise, we would have snapped these minis up for the shop a long time ago because I think they're awesome. Next time I see the chap at the show, I'll try and persuade him again.
He doesn't like talking.
He's not. Yeah, he's not.
They're good. They are good. Yeah. Must admit it's not as though we have any bias or anything either way. Yeah. It's not like they sent them us for free to review and then we have to say nice things about them because that's not what happened.
No. We bought really them good. To try.
They're nice and smooth. They mix really nice. They water down good. They go on without a chalky residue. Yeah, I really like them. Don't particularly like this stupid having to take the thing off, but you do only have to do that once, and the bottles are a lot bigger, so they should last longer.
Yeah.
But this is faff. But then, you know, they're not going to spill in transit, so swings and roundabouts, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with them. I'm really liking them. So I think, and if anything, we're biased against them for a couple of reasons.
We don't want to get them in stock because they're going to cost us loads of money.
Yeah. So the rack to display them, unlike most other paint manufacturers, they don't just give you it when you buy their. You buy the range. A lot of paint manufacturers go like, oh, you want to spend thousands of pounds on our product? Yeah, of course you can have a free display rack to put them on. And Monument say quite the opposite. Oh, you want to buy our paints? Oh, you can have the paints. Yeah, by all means, have the paints. Oh, you want something to put them on? Yeah, that's several £100, thank you. But you
have the paints. Have you not got to buy the paints?
Yeah, oh no, sorry. Yes. You can buy the paints. You want to buy the paints? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was like, oh, that's different. And then no, you just badly worded that.
Yeah, I did, yeah. You want to buy the paints, you can buy the paints. By all means, buy the paints.
I like to have the paints. I like that. That
would be fine. If it was, buy the rack, get the paint for free, I'd be all over that. We might have even had them already. But,
oh, yeah, we've talked to them. They don't care. They're like, well, that's... You don't have to have a rack, is their answer. You don't have to have a rack. Our paints won't fit on any other paint rack, obviously. And to sell them properly, you need to be able to display them so that customers can see them. But you don't have to buy the rack. But come on, you do. We have been trying to think of other things that we could use, but you're going to have to just buy the rack, aren't we?
I think so.
We did think about maybe like clipping out the bars on a rack we've got, but I still don't even think they'd fit in then, to be fair. So yeah, it's just what they do. That's just them.
Yeah. We'll have another go.
They're a well-established paint, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're not like a newbie. It's just that we haven't had them in stock before.
And I also need to. Their paint rack is bigger than the others.
Oh yeah, so it's not going to fit on the shop floor the same. Yay!
Yeah, we'll have to make space for it.
There is no space.
Had a chap come in today who said that he'd not been in a shop like ours since he was a kid, and he thought it was awesome that we had such an immense range of different stuff. And I said, well, that's very nice to hear, thank you very much. And the reason it's like this is because I remember going in like model shops and stuff when I was little, and that's kind of the feeling of wonder that I wanted to generate. So that's what we did. And that's why we sell so many awesome things.
Not just that you're a giant child and you can't help yourself.
Yeah, that too. Now I've got some zombies here.
We haven't got any metallics in this range though, so I'm going to have to use my normal.
We haven't.
I'll just run over the dog now. I haven't really run over him, but I could have done, because he won't move.
Let's try it over a lighter undercoat. So I've mixed up like a
Oh, sorry, Pup. Am I in your way?
much darker sort of drab colour. Which I'm going to use on this zombies smock.
I think that's all this guy's going to get, because that's all he deserves. It's very matte. It's a very matte finish, which is good, because you don't want shiny. Nobody wants shiny. What have I done with
That's good to hear, Colin. Thank you.
What have I done with his friend? Oh, there's his friend. Right, let's have a look. So we got me doing it. So yesterday I painted his mate with my normal Reaper and I used some Citadel, which I don't normally use. And then today we've painted this guy with the other one. Very, very smooth. It's very good. I must admit, it is very good paint. Oh, puppy! How did you chair to my desk, mate? Right. This is primed with Wraithbone.
That's right.
Apparently. Mr. MLG tells me, because it's his. Somebody did say, and I can't remember who it was, it might have been Iron Hands, that if you use this paint on a wet palette, you can't use it the next day because it dries even on a wet palette.
Alright, okay.
But I'm not using one, so I don't know.
Interesting. It does seem to be drying quite quickly.
Yeah, well that's what made me just think, because I'd mixed up this blue and black together on the last mini, and then I went to use it again and it was already dry.
Yeah.
But I just added a bit of water to it. And you can tell I've added a bit of water to it because it's not covering the same, but that's because it's thinner than it was straight out of the bottle. What is your necromancer dude?
He is the Games Workshop Death Rattle Necromancer or something his name is. He's the standard Necromancer figure that you would buy for an undead army for Age of Sigmar.
So, good luck searching for that.
Well, it's either Death Rattle or Death Mage's Necromancer.
I like, in a sarcastic way, the way you've stuck it together so I can't get my paint machine.
Sorry.
Mr. MLG doesn't like painting things unassembled. Whereas I would rather leave bits off. I've been doing my little horsey. So he hasn't got a head, or his shield, or his cloak. Because if I stuck those on, I wouldn't be able to get to all the other bits. And Mr. MLG says that's fine, because that just means they're in shadow, but I don't like that.
Yeah, that's like undercoat your minis black, so you can't see those bits.
Break it apart to make it easy. I don't think that'd work, Sean, because I think he stuck it together with cement. But it's only this bit. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's even more fine because he's getting annoyed with himself because he stuck that lady together and he can't paint her now.
That's true. Yeah, she's got so many bits in front of bits that it's annoying.
I do think there's a time and a place for painting things assembled and painting things partly assembled. It is a choice depending on the mini. For me, I know some people only ever paint partly assembled and stuff, but it does depend on the mini.
Yeah. I know what I don't get, and I think we discussed this on the stream before, but what I don't get is people that paint things on the sprue, right? So they put loads of effort into painting it on the sprue, and then they clip it off the sprue, and then have to touch up all of the bits where they've clipped something off the sprue so they can stick it together. And then that just seems like madness. Why would you do it like twice? You know, especially if you've had to mix colours, and surely it's more hard work figuring out where the light's coming from if you're doing like specific shading and all the rest of it. That seems crazy, but I mean, each to their own. You know, everybody's entitled to paint things the way that they want, and I am no way in a position to tell anybody that they are wrong from that perspective, because I've never won an award for painting. But yeah, it just seems bonkers.
The one thing that I've found with this pro acrylic stuff, so I've mixed the coal black and the and the dark grey blue together to give me a slightly darker blue for my base coat, and it is over this spray, I assume, Wraithbone, because you've primed it.
Yeah.
And it is pulling away slightly. I haven't watered it down. It is pulling away slightly, like you haven't washed your mini properly.
Yeah.
Only slightly, and I just had to put some more paint on. But that it didn't do it. It didn't do it on the other mini with the brush on black primer. So I don't really know what's happened there.
Oh, that's not good.
It might have just been a one-off or something. How long ago did you spray him?
Oh, a year.
I wonder if it had some grease or something on it then.
At least,
I bet it's just been lobbed in a box. Please break it. It's not like I need that ball or anything. You trying to make me wreck my minis just for a bingo ball? I only need one bingo ball to win. And its players get 5 extra bingo cards via bits, so that is never happening in a million years. And then I have to get lots of other balls to make any other lines. Winning is winning. Yeah. I like the way that you want me to wreck it though, and you don't even get anything for winning apart from the honour of knowing you've won. Oh, it's alright, Tony. I'm just faffing about. Just faffing about.
Right, let's. I just need Kuroniko to say dragons or a stock delivery not arriving.
Oh, there was something missing.
Yeah, we've got something missing out of a box today. It was
But the rest of the stock did arrive.
it was a sealed box though, so could I have the black, please, my darling?
Yeah. Suppose so. It's wet on the top. Oh, you I know I am. I am a tease. Look at me. Big meanie. Yeah, there's never a plan with these things that we do. Just splodge some paint about and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm going to use that necromancer as necromancer in my vampire warband, undead warband for Mordheim. So
you haven't seen the state of it yet. You might not.
No, it's going to be awesome when you're finished with it, my dear.
I've got a headless horseman on my desk to finish.
Yeah, and 4 of his mates that you haven't built yet.
Oh no, they're over there. They don't count because can't see them. It doesn't count when you can't see them.
Is that right?
Yeah. I don't normally, even if I'm painting a light colour, and you know, this is just me, I don't normally paint over a light primer. So this is weird.
It's quite handy, really, this paint blobbing out the top, because then you can because then when you've got like a little bit of residue, you can just use the bit off the top, can't you?
Yeah, unless you did what I did and blobbed out enough to paint something, and then there was enough just came out the top anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just making it up as I go along, Tony. You know me. There's never a plan.
I've been doing some ordering today, restocking after we've been away. There's a few things that I realised that we've run out of. Some of them frustratingly after I'd already completed an order with a certain supplier, and then realised that we were massively short on certain lines, so I'm going to put a second order in tomorrow. But not that they'll be bothered, they'll be probably quite happy.
Oh no, sir. You can't possibly order more.
Yeah.
I prefer black primer. It comes from the old GW days. We sprayed everything black. I just like black. Hey, Red! We're all using this Pro Acryl now. It's good stuff. Even if I'm wanting to reach for the Reaper colours that we've got a cupboard full of paint, and I always just use the same colour. And they're just there going, "You're not using me! You're so mean!" That's how my paints talk, obviously.
You know they're being neglected.
They do, they're like Panda. Why are you not coming out of there? Because I've not taken the silly seal off. It's that colour you use all the time, brown. No, it's not. It's not, even though there is brown on my desk. This is the only brown that is any good. It's the only brown that's worth it.
And what's that?
Flat earth. All of the browns are rubbish. Yeah, you can mix a bit of a darker colour in. Look. So this is what happens when you forget that the lid's still on and you try and squeeze it out. You don't like it. And now it's going to make a really big mess. Might just use it off there now. Ugh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not impressed with the lid. I thought I'd taken them all off, you see. So now I look like I've cut myself.
Thank you, Colin. It's relaxing, isn't it? I
It
think.
depends. It changes quite a lot. There is an eclectic mix. It lures you into a false sense of security and then hits you with something silly. It's royalty free, you see. 'Cause we can't afford that malarkey, so it's just whatever I liked when I made the playlist.
We did used to have a really cool like horror carnival kind of theme one that I really liked, but then
Wow, you can really dance.
YouTube decided it didn't like it.
Wow, you can really dance. He went.
Did somebody need a sound thing for their?
I know, because we've already had that.
Uh,
Just wanted to dance.
wow, you can really dance. Yes, I can. Have you ever seen me dance?
Like really dancing.
Really dancing.
I have, yes. You think you're really good.
I am really good.
Yeah,
I'm the greatest dancer.
absolutely. Because it's so thin, this paint, it has just bled off that strip that I just did then, and blobbed. It's blobbed.
Blobs and paint.
Yeah, I don't know if it only counts if you blob paint. My
No,
paint
it
has
definitely
just,
counts.
Yeah, it does. It says Mr. MLG. And I am not you. It has just blobbed itself. I didn't do that quite as much as that.
I need to find a reference picture of me vampire.
I found you one.
I know, but it's got it on the screen at the moment.
Just been playing the Walking Dead RPG. It's pretty cool. Says Red.
Nice.
Nice.
Is it a D20 system? There we go. There's Games Workshop's image of this mini,
Pretty lady.
and that's my attempt.
She's a pretty lady.
So let's have that there. So I'm going to paint this streak at the front of her hair white.
Oh. Yeah, stick it together. That'll make it fun. Then try and paint that book that's under his arm. Yeah. D6. Did you read that bit out already?
I didn't. Alright, cool. Was it a starter adventure, or were you like the standard characters? Or do you make your own?
Is
You
everyone playing
you don't have to be Rick and Carl.
I don't know if everybody's playing bingo. Why, Sean? Why? What have we missed? I'm never gonna get my ball. There's no hope for me. We've got 9 people playing bingo. If you get one more person playing, you'll get ball number 6. Make your own. Make your own.
TV evangelist. Awesome. You're healed. Nice. Have you ever seen the righteous gemstones?
It's not for the easily offended.
No, but it is.
It's not got any naughty things in it. It's not like I watch it, so you know.
Yeah. It's funny.
It's just takes the mickey out of a certain group of religious.
Yeah.
What would you call? What would you call it?
nutters.
Oh God. No, but like stereotypical.
Oh yeah, it's like Bible Belt America, hardcore, but like it's very much a case of making money out of the flock rather than preaching God's good message.
They've all got massive diamond rings. And it's not a real thing. It's not a documentary or anything. It is supposed to be a comedy.
Yeah.
Hydrate.
Yeah, they all drive massive Cadillac cars and sports cars and stuff.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
They have a monster truck called the Redeemer.
Purple's nice. It's a bit darker than it's looking on your screen. My light's a bit bright this evening, but it's like it's not a Cadbury's purple. It is more of a violety purple, but it is a nice purple.
Yeah. There's a lighter one as well, isn't there, somewhere?
I've got purple.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's another one.
I don't know. I thought I'd seen a lighter one. Oh, faded ultramarine is a lot lighter thing. It's not. Yeah,
that's blue.
Yeah, it's a blue. I was thinking of something else.
Mr. MLG says this is purple. Fairly sure it's blue. You've got to eat
Wow,
some sweets.
you can really dance. Wow, you can really dance. He went.
6 is a pass, and then you start getting stress dice added, and then if you roll one, bad stuff happens, adding more stress dice. We've got to eat some sweeties, but they're in the kitchen. I will go and get them in a second. I'll just finish painting this bit of hair.
Oh, you got 2 minutes.
You know what, I better go and get them now.
My necromancer obviously isn't afraid to stand out in the dark. He's quite happy. He's like, look at me. I'm here to raise your dead. And you're like, oh, Mr. Necromancer man, come help us raise our dead. Oh, I'm being fed, am I?
Yeah.
Bang. Mr. MLG missed his chair. Have a black backwards.
Black. We've got some Haribo Super Mix. Would you like another one, Dan? Yum yum yum.
Oh, I'm running out of room on my power.
I attempted to order some more Tale of Grimdark kraut cover today,
Alright.
but I don't know whether we'll get it or not. I haven't had any indication whether it's in stock yet. Right, so she's going to have black hair with a white streak. We'll sort that out.
Traditional.
Yeah.
I might have broke the last one. Says Sean. The bones. Fizzy Haribos are better than the normal ones. There's some fizzy ones somewhere.
Yeah, we've got some fizzy ones.
I like the soft ones with the squidgy bottoms. I like squidgy bottoms.
Me too.
I didn't even read it as horriburs. Yeah, time plastics, yeah. We've got some of them. I haven't got any horriburs.
No. Is there a grey? Yeah, dark, warm grey. Let's try that.
I've got bright, warm grey.
Try that. Bright, warm grey is what I used for skin.
I'm just telling you in case you needed it.
Thought I was onto a winner then.
On over with the stream.
Is that a bingo?
It is, but we had it yesterday. They do dry quite quickly, these paints, on your palette. So perhaps if you were in a warmer place. But then equally, I haven't got a lot of paint on my palette, so obviously it's going to dry quicker than if I'd filled my paint well.
Yeah.
I've just got tiny little blobs.
Done it again.
Oh.
What I did yesterday. Push the thing inside.
How have you managed to lose it inside again? I don't even know how you've done that.
Because I'm clumsy. Let's clean the tip. We don't need a dirty tip, do we?
You know, there's only 7 more Fridays till Halloween.
7 more Fridays till Halloween. And I need to sort of costume out.
You keep changing your mind.
Oh no. I was thinking,
Now steady on. Told you about
about going as Hellboy.
that. Hellboy? You've changed it back to Hellboy. It was Uncle Fester
Yeah.
this morning.
I know. Well, both of those costumes are in the loft. I need to get them down and see what actually looks
Right,
alright.
so you got your Hellboy costume down the other day, and you went, "Oh, I can't remember it looking that rubbish."
Did I?
Yeah. So you already know what that one looks like.
Yeah.
Pando is fed. When I already had Pando is fed, well, obviously not.
Might have to be. We'll have to get the Uncle Fester one down as well.
But you said you didn't want to shave your
But
head.
then, yeah.
Make your mind up.
No, I don't know. Don't know what to do.
I think he should go as the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas, but he don't want to.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll think about it. Some more. Give it some more thought.
I would say go as Beetlejuice and wear my Beetlejuice costume, but I don't know if it'd fit you.
Yeah.
Because you've got broader shoulders, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you're taller. You might end up with Beetlejuice with half masts.
Yeah.
He won't go as Zero, I tried that. It's being grumpy.
I'm not a dog.
Well, no. I'm not a giant sack man.
But you've made a good giant Sackman costume.
I haven't finished it yet. Slacking.
I'll have to get some more glue sticks and cardboard and make a Space Marine costume.
I've told you I think we should make a proper, an attempt to make a good Space Marine costume. Proper foam and whatever. But we haven't got enough time with
Other projects.
Well, we never do any of the projects that we say.
Well-
Oh, we're going to do a train now, we're not anymore. Oh, we're going to do this layout now, we're not anymore.
Well,
And then it's
we're going to
just
be
bits
doing
of
some.
projects all over the house.
We're going to be doing some real life one-to-one projects though. So
I don't think fitting a new kitchen really counts.
I don't know. It's going to take a lot of time.
I know it's going to take a lot of time. I don't think it counts as a hobby. The train set. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it.
I know exactly where it is.
Is it outside?
Yeah, it's in the office.
It's outside. That's how it's been relegated to outside. The
You wanted it off your kitchen table.
You're right. The layout that we started building the MDF buildings for, that was in here for a while, propped up against the wall, but that might be outside now as well.
No, well, yeah.
I keep meaning to make a Witch King of Agmar mask out of foam.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be cool. I could go as a ring wraith. That'd work.
And what do you need for that?
Just need a big black cloak and a sword.
Off to beddy buys. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks, Colin. We are supposed to be going to bed now.
Yeah.
The Airfix plane kit he was going to build before. Oh yeah, that's. I don't even think that's outside. What happened to that?
Yeah, it's.
There's a lot of stuff outside.
I've finished it. I haven't painted it.
Oh, I like your definition of finished, my darling. I've finished it, not painting it.
I finished building it.
Oh, you are funny. I suppose you won't be a hobbyist if you actually finish stuff.
No.
Apparently that's, normal. Glued is finished. Don't encourage him. So sweetheart, what are you doing?
I'm just going to finish painting the rest of this base grey, and then that'll do. That'll do.
That'll do, pig. Got to get up early.
Yeah.
Boo. Boo for getting up early. Boo.
It'll be alright once we get in a routine.
No, I don't like getting up. Oh, dog hair. Dog hair on my mini.
Right, there we go. That'll do for this evening.
Okie
I
dokie
think.
karaoke.
Yeah. She doesn't actually look that much different to when I started, but she is. She's neater around the edges.
What, you're doing something else
No,
now?
no, I just thought I'd just touch that area up there.
You're touching her up now.
Touching her up. She likes it.
I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure my guy appreciates being pink.
Yeah, I really like them. I really like them.
You come back to the paint.
Going back to the paints, yeah. I really like these paints. I think they're cool. I think they're cool. I think she's a cool mini, but I should have built her first. Should have built her in sub-assemblies and then painted her.
I'm not sure if Lady P was the last person. I don't know. Is Dave done his? I can't remember if Lady P was the last one we were waiting for on that.
I shall have a look. Have we got a separate channel for Casper?
Yes, darling. We will look when we
Alright,
start
okay.
doing this.
I'm sorry. I've finished painting for this evening.
Oh, you've finished now?
Yeah, I've finished.
Awesome. What?
No, it's alright. I'm just rubbish at her.
No.
Thank you.
I want to know what you're talking about. What are you rubbish at?
Like starting and stopping doing stuff, and then you thought I'd finished and then I hadn't finished, and then now I'm finished and I'm being awkward.
Oh, okay. Tim. Oh, Tim, is it? Right. Thought there might have been somebody else. So yeah, not sure about this dude. We'll see what happens to him. And then that was the other guy. Oh, look, I completely neglected his knife. I might have to do something about that.
It's because we haven't got any metallics in this set.
Yeah, well, I had a bit of silver on my palette. What did I do with it? Can anybody remember?
What's his left leg?
I think it's a bone of some description, like a chicken bone or something, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure, but it's not leg.
Bizarre.
You're right. I haven't got any metallics. I can't do non-metally malarkey. That's not a thing. So he's just getting that. That's what's happening with him. That's what he's getting. That's the end of him. Thank you very much. Chicken leg McGraw. That's the fella. And then is this? I'm assuming that this bit is a bit of plate metal of some description because it's tied on around the back.
Right.
So this whole bit makes no sense to me.
How bizarre.
But there we go. So pro acrylic paint's cool.
Yeah. The nice we
And,
like them.
We will see you next week.
Bye
Thanks
everyone.
so much for joining us. You're all awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mighty Lancer Danes in Bridlington town, East Yorkshire's gem where dreams are found. Warhammer battles, D&D take flights, but the homewares to thrill the night. From steel models to graphic art, books and hobbies to spark your heart. King Street calls you, so come on by. Let's get gaming. The limit amidst the sky.